Shalom, family. Good to see everyone here. Hope you're doing well. I just want to announce you still have time to get your hair products for 45% off at Etsy, Shopify, and TikTok Shop. And I have my newest items listed also 45% off. That's the Chebe Botanical Shampoo, which is a plant based shampoo, just like the others. The Chebe hair growth oil, which is in an 8 ounce and 4 ounce, and also the Chebe hair growth pomade. So just grab it up while you can for 45% off. And those of you that already made your purchase, thank you so much for your support for my small business. All right, y'all, we have to talk. I think it is high time for Nigerians, when you come in this country, stop being so damn disrespectful. It is disgusting the way your country is set up. And your people are just going to the bathroom where they stand. They're urinating and defecating openly in public, even when they got signs all over the place of no defecation, no urination. They're doing it even next to the signs. It doesn't even matter. And it's so bad. Most of the kids that grow up there, they're without plumbing their entire life, you know? And I was looking at another video. Somebody had plumbing, but the toilets would only flush twice a day. I said, that's disgusting. Yeah, the toilets only flush twice a day. And do you know the average bathrooms they do have no toilet paper? And I'm going to show you. Yeah, they may have a toilet and they can go to the bathroom, but there's no toilet paper. So they got this hand wand where they can rinse their behinds with, but no toilet paper. And some of the ones they do have, they're like porta potties. That's what they are. And they said the majority of them are not even functional. So they will set them up and then they don't take care of them. So eventually they stop working. So it is absolutely crazy. But y'all need to stop coming over here talking about how you're just so smarter than us and you're better than us. You're none of the above. And it's a disgrace to have a country that size and have a toilet shortage in the country. They said Nigeria is 11.6 million short on toilets. They actually should have 11.6 million more toilets around the country, and they don't have it. So they're claiming, they don't have the money, you know. And even if they did, y'all, they don't maintain the toilets that they do have. Some of the restrooms just have a hole in the floor, and that's what you're supposed to go to the bathroom in. This hole in the floor. I just don't know how y'all do it. So a lot of Nigeria has no plumbing, and they even show one little girl how the women go. They do outdoor defecation too, but what they do, they dig a hole, they go, and then they cover it up with dirt. Yeah, but eventually, when you do that over and over, the place is going to smell. You know what I mean? The place is going to smell. And it shows Makoko, and they've been going in that water in Makoko so bad. They said the entire slum smells like raw sewage because it's like decades and decades and decades of going in that water. And the people will still swim in that water, y'all. They defecate and swim in the same damn water. I want y'all to stop addressing us and be all flippant and smart, and that's your circumstances at home. It makes no sense for y'all to have the attitudes that you do. And apparently, y'all getting kicked out of South Africa. Ghana done got rid of many of you. People don't even want you in their country. That says a lot. But yeah, that's how they go to the bathroom. Some of them go in these little makeshift wooden shacks with a hole in the floor. Unbelievable. But according to them, they're smarter and better and everything. About they got culture. I guess that's their culture. No toilets is their culture. Well, we're told we don't have a culture. We got toilets everywhere, but they claim they got a culture and they have a shortage on toilets in the country. That must be their culture. So y'all, yeah, I no, I mean people do describe it that way. Even some of the Nigerians in themselves said Nigeria stinks. The country stinks. It smells bad. And said, and this one woman said, when you tell Nigerians this, they get offended and get mad. But she said, it's the truth. And she's a Nigerian. She said, it does stink here. It does smell bad here. Yeah, well, I guess if you're not using toilets, yeah, of course it's going to smell bad. So, anyway, let me go ahead. I got a short video that I'm going to show you. Okay. All right, y'all. Please give me a one if you can see my screen. Well, there was this one video of these Indians laughing at the fact that Nigeria don't have toilets. But you know what? Y'all do public defecation in India. So I don't know what the hell y'all laughing at. You're really not that much better off than Nigeria. Y'all got slums too. So I don't know what you East Indians are laughing at for real. You're pretty much, when it comes down to that kind of stuff, you're in the same boat with the Nigerians. They may be more extreme than you, but y'all still have all that in your country as well. Thank you.
Africans just canceled Tyler. Yeah, in certain African countries, they said that she cannot perform because of what's going on in South Africa. They told undocumented immigrants, you have to June 30th to get up out of here because all y'all doing is taking our resources and you're undercutting our wages. You're not bringing anything to the table, right? So they say, yeah, in certain countries, she can't perform. Places like Nigeria, I think they canceled her, but Nigeria, y'all might need to save that money and invest in some toilets. Y'all like 11 million toilets short in Nigeria. I can only imagine how y'all handling that waste problem. You know, the open defecation, and then you have Malawi is another one of them. And this place is they're requesting for donations to help return 10,000 Malawis from South Africa back to their country. The government is so poor that they're asking for donations to return their people. Like y'all don't need a concert. Y'all need to put your money, so prioritize your money because right now Nigeria, y'all don't need a concert. You need toilets. Malawi, y'all need money to return your peoples. And then here's Ghana. Ghana is one of them, and they have like a horrible waste management problem, especially when it start flooding out there. So yeah, I feel like this is a perfect opportunity for y'all to prioritize where you invest your money into. Maybe y'all don't need no concerts until you get toilets. Maybe you'll need no concerts until you get your people back, right? And speaking in that, you're requesting money to get your people back. I don't think y'all can even afford concerts, right? But anyways, it's kind of like Pan Africanism goes out the window if you don't let people freeload off you, or if you don't let people benefit off you without bringing anything to the table. all that goes out the window once you start setting boundaries, because it was all good just a year ago. And the joke is really on them from a business aspect of this, because if they start counseling these artists, these other African artists, mind you, South Africa has the biggest stadium venue in Africa. Chris Brown sold them out, I want to say last year. Remember, I think they have like 95,000, a stadium that hosts 95,000 people. So yeah, the joke is really on all the other Africans all together. And plus, with Afro beats dying, I will say y'all need one another. But yeah, whatever though. But yeah, Pan-Africanism goes out the window if you don't let people freeload or eat off you without bringing anything to the table. How come? How come when they talk about Black Americans coming into Africa, oh, you got to invest in Africa. You got to come with benefits for all Africans. Whereas, you let other Africans could go freeload in other countries. There's no boundaries. Like, they're like, no, well, you should be okay with that. But anyway, yeah, I'm out.
Taking public transport in Africa's biggest slum.
They can fit 5 people in there.
Yes. 2, 2, yeah. 2, 1.
And one at the back.
6.
Oh.
Yeah.
So one of the reasons why it stinks a lot here and it's very dirty is because people use the river as a toilet. Yes. So that's they don't have nothing else. There's no running water. There's no pipe. That shows you how blessed you have to be. So when you're watching this video, be thankful. Yeah. Where you live, the life you have.
How are you? I'm not gonna lie to you, the smell right now is strong.
It costs 10 cents to use this transport to take you all around the place.
So she just finished using the bathroom. They don't have toilets, so this is what they do. They dig a hole. She uses the hole and then she covers it up. That's how they use the toilet. There is no toilet. There is no water. There is nothing here. It's crazy.
Et là, elle recouvre le trou. Il n'y a pas de sanitaire, il n'y a pas de toilette, il n'y a pas de douche. Donc, et en plus, comme vous voyez bien que le trou, il est à la vue de tout le monde. Donc, ce n'est même pas que la personne, elle a un peu d'intimité pour pouvoir faire ses besoins. Il faut le faire comme tout le monde.
That's his bathroom, bruh.
Y'all, that's what they have to teach their children. They got to teach their children to dig a hole outside, defecate, urinate, and then cover it all back up. That is how they're taught to go to the bathroom over there. But we got Nigerians sitting in this country acting like they are better than everybody. So I'm just saying, if y'all got all the knowledge that you claim you got, why can't you fix that situation with the toilets? You mean to tell me all the education that y'all claim you got, y'all can't come up with some plumbing? Wow. But apparently they can't. But that's what they're teaching their kids, how to cope with no toilet, no water, no nothing.
I gotta take a mean one, champ. And this is the toilet, bro. There's just a hole in the middle of this little thing. This is crazy. Yo, would y'all do that? This is crazy. This is crazy. In the comments, would y'all do that? All right, let me get this over with because I gotta go. Woo! God damn. Yo, I usually take a little while in the toilet, but that was the fastest number 2 I ever did in my life. I got in and out. I don't even care if there's anything else in there. I was not trying to stay there too long. It was weird because you got to squat, and I wasn't sure if I was aiming right. Man, it's pretty crazy, but I'm glad I got it about of me.
I'm still in Nigeria, y'all. I'm at the airport. It's the only place in the world that I've been to where they deliberately don't put tissue in the bathroom stall. Like, they purposely don't put that shit in there. Every one of them bitches empty. And then they put that shit in the store and they tell you the tissue is 1,500 naira. What the fuck place is this? My brother got a shit and in order to shit, he got paid to pay to buy tissue to use the bathroom. Or he hold it. Look at him. He in pain. You don't say no words to the people. This is crazy. They really charging $1,500 for some fucking tissue in the store. It's fucking crazy. And no tissue in the bathroom. I say something to shoot out.
Y'all, can you imagine that? You know, I saw different video, but they had a lot of music on it. But they show you inside the bathroom and there's never toilet paper. So even if they got a toilet for you to go on, they don't have any toilet paper. So not unless you bring some in there yourself, you and some of them got these little wands where you can rinse your behind, but you have nothing to dry yourself with because there's no paper in there. So, wow. Nigeria, you know, toilet paper ain't that deep. So I don't know why your country is not purchasing enough toilet paper. Wow. Y'all, it couldn't be me. I couldn't survive in Nigeria. I couldn't. Mm-mm. Like I said, there was this other guy. He had like a flat and had a toilet, but they were only allowed to flush the toilet twice a day, and that's it. Twice a day. Yeah. I don't know why these people are not doing better when it comes down to, you know, having plumbing and toilets and everything. It just seems really weird. Yeah, well, look, seems to me Nigeria needs a lot of help. Y'all should be over there helping Nigeria. They need a lot of help, you know? And I was also reading Nigeria is like the poorest nation over there, one of the very poorest over there. And it's not just them. You know, when I was reading some articles, they say Uganda is the same way. You know, they also do a lot of defecating out in the open and all that stuff. And it's a lot of those African countries where that is happening. I just can't imagine driving a car and then you see all these people just squatting alongside the roadway. No, no. Hmm. All countries except for Western countries use holes to relieve themselves. Yeah, but you know, all countries are not over here talking about they're better than someone like you African nations are. Many of you are always on social media, especially when you come live here in the West. You're all on social media running your mouth about how you're better than everybody. That's the worst part. Your arrogance. Man, I don't think I would touch anything over there. I don't think I would. So, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and conclude. Thank you so much for being here. The rain has been treacherous. The street behind me, now my street is okay, but the street behind me is flooded. It is completely flooded. And they're trying to unclog the drains. It's like the police and um, fire department, and they're going up and down the street trying to unclog the drains. I mean, that's how much rain, and there's more rain coming. So I don't know if they're going to be able to do it, but yeah, I'm just grateful we're not flooded, but the one street over is flooded. So y'all, be careful out there for real. And I'll see you on my next live. Now, when I have my next live, it may be a few hours from now because I'm still working on getting all of the orders out from this weekend. And number two, because of the rain, even UPS is delayed in coming over here, but they just recently got the orders out of here. But they did warn of delays because of the flooding. It's a lot of flooding here in New Jersey. So I will probably post something in my community tab. Please, you may have to allow a few extra days for things to reach you. So, it instead of 3 days, it may reach you in 5 days or longer. So I'm just asking that you understand the weather conditions and how it is impacting everything, including the ability of these, courier services getting around on flooded roads and streets and highways. So, I'm definitely going to get every single order out, but just know it may be some delays. So, y'all, thank you for being here and have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon. Shalom, family.